Okay, so I haven't done a whole lot of updating on the 34 International pickup truck. So here's the running boards. Oops. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. I haven't done a lot of things on the running boards, so these look like they've been fixed and painted and they're ready to go on the truck. We decided to finally put the roof back on the cab, so you can get a look at that. And I mean, it's not fully on, it's just mocked up. So I have to put the doors back on to get a visual. We decided to put the hood and the radiator on the truck, on the frame, so you kind of get an idea of what it used to look like almost 100 years ago. I mean, so the hood's got to be sandblasted, primed, painted, all that fun stuff. Now, I do like a louver look on this type of era. The problem is we got to fix this one. So we have to get that fixed so it matches the other side. So yeah, that's the latest update on the 1934 International truck. Again, my partner's trying to do as much original as he can. Again, the original engine in this was cracked. We tried to get someone to weld cast iron. It was like almost impossible to find somebody in the city that could actually do it, and it still didn't end up working. So we went with a 1950 something International engine that's been stripped. That became some problems as well because there were some scratches, I guess, in the cylinders, in the cylinder block, or the head, or whatever you want to call it. So we needed to either find someone to bore it out and fix it, or put sleeves in it. Now we found a gentleman, or my partner found a gentleman in Australia who has pistons that are being shipped here to Canada, and those will go in the old engine. And then we got to find a machine shop to bore it and make it and put it back together. Once the engine is put in and built, we can almost fire it up. I don't know if the steering wheel is wood. I don't know. I don't know much about Internationals. My partner's like a huge International fan, obviously. I mean, if I take you around the shop, let's look. So, here you go. So he's got an International logo there. And he's also a big train enthusiast because he used to work for CN. So there's some International photos. And considering, we live in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, International was not a big thing up here. So there's some more photos, some little cars and trucks and stuff. So yeah, I don't know what it is about International that he liked. I was never one for it. I mean, when I was a kid, my thing was Dodge. Always has been, and it won't change regardless. So yeah, that's the latest update on this thing. We put the hood and the grill last weekend. So, once he gets the floor in and the doors, we'll put the seat in. You'll kind of have a better idea of what it's going to look like. Now, my plan for this, once it's ready for paint, which is still a long, long way away, because we got to do engine, sandblasting, priming, all that fun stuff. Then we got to get the tires for it. Still on the hunt for those. I'll try and find some information of what tires he wants. If someone can find out where we can get a set of tires, because I don't know what the size of these will be. But yeah, once this is primed and ready for paint. Now, he has told me that just because the frame is red doesn't mean the cab's going to be red. I think he wanted to do it orange. I'm not a fan of that. To me, orange, if it's going to have a black stripe here and then the cab's going to be orange, to me that looks like too much Halloween-y, personally. I mean, it might have been an original color, but I think if you're going to have a red frame, do a red cab with a black stripe. I think that would look better. Full on red with a black stripe. I think that will look a lot better. Here's the grill. Now obviously this needs to be repaired and fixed. So yeah, that's going to take a long time. We became a huge fan of Bare Knuckle Binder on YouTube because he was doing a lot of international trucks around this era and newer. If you haven't checked out his channel, check out his channel. If you're a big international fan, Bare Knuckle Binder is the way to go. He knows anything and everything about internationals. I would love to meet him personally. I think if he was interested in like buying this, my partner would be willing to sell it to him, because there is a point where my partner was saying that he was thinking about selling this truck, like just get rid of it because it's been costing way too much money and he doesn't have the patience or the time to do all this. And to save it from the wrecker, he would just rather sell it to someone who's going to restore it and get it back on the road. And personally, I think if he was going to sell it to somebody, the guy from Bare Knuckle Binder would be the best option. Whether or not he sees this video, I don't know. But that's the latest update on this truck. I'm going to take you upstairs and show you what I'm working on currently. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, still need glass, obviously. Still a lot of work to do. So yeah, okay. So I'll take you back to where I'm working in the house on my projects and show you on the progress on that. All right, be right back. Okay, so back upstairs. Here's my project, the AMT Alaska hauler. Cab, hood, everything's painted. Still have to build the frame. I've kind of mocked up where everything goes. Someone's purring away. That's Michi. She's 3.5, almost 4 years old. We picked her up at the Humane Society back in March. She's a crazy cat. Anyway, so I've glued the windows in. Now these stacks are from the Tyrone Malone truck. Nothing in this kit is actually chromed, and I have metallic paint and it looks more silver than chrome, which is fine, I guess. But if I'm going to do stacks, I want them chromed. I want them to look like they were chrome. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. This is just a mock-up right now, because if they don't line up with the engine, it's going to look weird having silver, not chrome. Again, this is the Australian bumper that I want to try and put onto here. If it doesn't work, then I'll have to put a original bumper on. Hi. So anyway, yeah, so I've pretty much painted it. I've clear coated it. It's getting closer. Again, I still have to paint or build the frame. Tanks, I think I'm going to go with bigger tanks. I don't like the small tanks on these. Again, this is going to be a kind of a work truck, kind of a show truck. If it's going to be a work show truck, Small tanks are not going to cut it. I mean, if I'm going to think about working in the forest or in the woods, I want a big tank on my truck. Again, headache rack, that's what I'm going to use. I'm not going to use the one that comes in the logging trailer. I don't think that's going to work. So that's my update. Again, I don't know if I'm going to use any of these parts from the Tyrone Malone truck. I don't know. My main focus is just this right now. And I may put this aside so I can start building the trailer. Get an idea of what kind of mud flaps I'm going to use. Hello. I think the cat, Michi, wants to see what I'm doing too. Hey? Hey, Meech? Oh. Okay. You don't go up there. But I'll let you look around. So, yeah, as Michi is saying, you know, time to purr and do other things. As much as she likes to go outside in the porch, she can't because it's getting a little colder outside now. Hey? Hey? If you want to know more about her, she was at the Humane Society a few months ago here in Winnipeg. She was one of the first cats. Oh, I think she was like the third cat we actually saw, but she warmed up to us like really quick, like saying, you know, take me home with you. And I didn't know this at the time because we looked at her eyes and we thought, well, that's kind of cool. You know, she's got 2 colored eyes. Found out during the adoption process, which they don't tell you, is that she's got cataracts in her one eye. So she deals with that. She also deals with anxiety issues sometimes. So, you know, she was on meds for that. We also have to put eardrops in her ears. She's gotten better. Still a work in progress. But she's loving the not being in the shelter anymore. So, because she has a whole house to explore now, right? And we were told also she doesn't do really well with other cats, so she's going to be the only one here for now. I don't see myself, you know, giving her back or anything. She's my cat. I'm very happy to have her. It took her a little while to actually sleep on the bed with us. But she does, and she's very feisty. I will say that. She loves to play. Like, she's got a few mouse toys, and she loves playing with them. And to me, she loves playing fetch. I don't know. I've never had a cat play with a toy, drop it to you, and wait for you to throw it and her to bring it back. And she's strong. Like, she is strong. If I post some videos of her, she's a very strong cat. Hey, Michi. See, if you can tell, her right eye is the one that has the cataracts in it. Doesn't bother her. I think she's a very happy kitty now. Hey? Yeah, you're just a very happy kitty. See if I can get her to paw. No biting. Yeah, there you go. Okay, no bite. No biting. Hey? Yeah. So that's it from me and Meech. Hey? You want to say anything? No, just purrs, eh? Okay. So I'll try and update more as I can as I make some progress. Comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff that YouTube wants you to do. Yeah. We'll see you on the next video.